Groovers, what's happening? Want to let you know I just put up another blog post today. Actually, it's a previously paywalled post. I did not mean the alliteration, of course, but thanks to the paid subscribers over at longlivetheabb.com who mean a lot to me. Gone ahead and been able to put some more stuff out there. But this is an interesting one because it is what I've been able to piece together of Dwayne Allman and Greg first band in California, the first band they recorded with and released an album with, Hourglass, band that included Paul Hornsby and Johnny Sandlin, both who became in-house producers in Macon at Capricorn Records. And Hourglass is a really fascinating period of time in Allman Brothers lore. It's chapter 4 of my book, Play All Night, Dwayne Allman and the Journey to Fillmore East. And a whole lot of stuff being told about that era. The biggest one always makes me laugh a little bit is they really did make Dwayne and Greg dress up, and they looked kind of silly. They really did. Kind of faux. I always call it like pop psychedelia. The music kind of sounded like that too. The other thing was their producer at Liberty Records, Dallas Smith, who actually apparently had a 10-year, but he had a good track record before he got them, but really forced them into a sound that didn't really work for them. They didn't like. And the biggest thing is, and that's the gist of this post and the playlist that I put together, is that they didn't play their records when they played live. And they had a huge complaint also that they were not allowed to play as often as they wanted to. They were used to playing 6-7 nights a week, 2-3 sets a night, etc. They played a lot in Hourglass. You can see the record, they're in places. DwayneAllman.info has done a really good job of mapping out the shows and such, but not like they were used to. And they were always broke. The records didn't sell, et cetera, et cetera. So just based on the sources, and these are just the books, the songs that I referenced in Play All Night. And the repertoire was covers mostly. Leaving Trunk, which is, they learned from Taj Mahal. Also, they learned Statesboro Blues from Taj Mahal. I'm Hanging Up My Heart for You, which is a Solomon Burke song, also a song Percy Sledge recorded. Little Milton's Feel So Bad song that's actually Derek, I think it's still in Tedeschi Trucks' repertoire as well. Greg Allman did it on his solo album. He loved Little Milton. And Bobby Blue Bland's Stormy Monday, which became an Allman Brothers standard, and Turn On Your Love Light, which is also something pretty much every band of their era did. And then also, do not know, again, if Tedeschi Trucks has done it, but Derek Trucks' band used to do it a lot. The Hourglass was a really, really, really smoking good band. That's what Chapter 4 is about. This playlist is really about the songs that they played that I could piece together. So I'll throw a couple more out there. The Yardbirds, Over, Under, Sideways, Down. One of the things that came out a lot, people talked about, was, oh my God, Dwayne was so good. Dwayne and Greg, they played Yardbirds songs. That was a mark of excellence in that era, was you could cover the Yardbirds and cover them well. I've also got on the YouTube playlist, Dwayne doing Dimples at his solo session in Muscle Shoals with Paul Hornsby and Johnny Sandlin also playing, and Barry Oakley on bass. It's 100% Dwayne, I think, on vocals and guitar. But that's there. Dimples, which also became an Allman Brothers song. Tobacco Road by the Nashville Teens. Interesting story there. But John D. Loudermilk, who wrote that song, took Dwayne and Greg under his wing right before the Hourglass period, in the period of Almond Joys. So anyway, I'll put that post up there. It's longlivetheabb.com. The piece that I just wanted, talk about a little bit was look at the songs that they did do and just introduce that to y'all, because I got some good response from that yesterday. I do want to share that things were really tough for them in Los Angeles. They did not have a good time. Certainly Dwayne didn't. And this is a quote from Pete Carr, who was in we played on Hourglass, the second record, long time Muscle Shoals musician. He said, Dwayne and I shared an apartment and we would play together a lot. I remember Greg, Dwayne, and I playing and singing Long Black Veil, which is the Lefty Frizzell song. That would be the version that he would know. I remember us harmonizing on it, and it really was a moment separated from everything else we were doing. It was like a close family thing. And the thing that Dwayne learned when he was in Muscle Shoals, more than anything else, was he got his head back together and said, I need to stay in the South to do what I want to do best. And that's what happened. Quickly, I'll sum up the story, and it's in the post as well, but it's not actually in the playlist. Dwayne quits Hourglass late August, early September of 68. In 3 weeks in 1968, he joins a band with Butch, 31st of February, records a bunch of demos. He goes to Jacksonville, hooks back up with Barry Oakley, and starts talking about this new band that he wants to do. And then he goes to Muscle Shoals and records, ends up adding a slide solo to Clarence Carter's "The Road of Love." That's in another playlist. That is what's going on. LongLiveTheABB.com. I'm going to put it down here. Whatever. Y'all have to check it out because there's a lot of these links don't work, but the playlists are there, and then a little bit more of my liner notes. Just wanted to share it with you. Long live the Allman Brothers Band.